Hello guys, welcome back to another video. So in this series I'm covering The Last of Us Remastered. This is the PS4 version, but I'm playing on the PS5 system, and we're going to be playing Grounded New Game on this one. Yeah, Grounded New Game, and we'll be doing 100%, so we'll be covering everything on this. And it's my hopes that you have to do 1 and a bit playthroughs for Platinum. It's my hopes that you can use the same playthrough in order to do your cleanup later. Because this is Platinum, I'm not going to cover DLC. I'm only going to cover the Platinum. And what I'm going to do for the multiplayer aspect, the multiplayer is quite a big grind, by the way. So what I'm going to do for that, I'm just going to do a roadmap, just give some tips on how to get through that quickly. But first will be the campaign. We need to 100% anyway because we need to max upgrade all the weapons. And what we're going to try and do as we go through, we're going to try and hold our parts and supplements, basically our upgrade materials, so we can upgrade our later weapons first. Because in this game, on New Game Plus, you don't actually get early access to your weapons. All it means is when you get your weapons, the upgrades which you performed and completed in New Game will already be present on that same weapon in New Game Plus. But you can still get the weapon at the same time you got it. You do not get any weapons earlier. So that's why you want to try and upgrade your later weapons first, because you don't normally have to do 2 complete. It's normally like 1.5 approximate to get all the upgrade trophies. Materials do get very tight, by the way, even for other things like for your shifts, because you need to open all the shift doors for a trophy, and even behind them doors you'll get parts and supplements. So they can get tight, but there is a little exploit I'll be using at times just to get a few extra materials along the way, just to make it a bit easy to do that. So some of these videos might be short, some of them may be long. I'm going to try and separate them via chapter, just to keep the flow of the guide nice and clean. And if you're looking for a specific chapter, it'll be easy to locate. But like I always try and do at the end of it, I try and merge them all into one video as well. So this is a prologue. I'm not going to show the whole of the prologue. My plan is to just give you a bit of an intro, and then I'm going to skip ahead, and we're going to be doing the quarantine zone 20 years later in this video. And as always, we'll be going through this optimally with a focus. We won't be wasting any time. I'll be trying to look for the easiest way out of certain things as well. This is Grounded, so things can be a little bit difficult, but as long as you follow my tips, guys, and my route and my advice, shouldn't have too much trouble. Right, so I think that's about it for the intro. Right, so I'm going to skip ahead, guys. You go through the intro. This intro is pretty savage. It's quite a nice prologue into the series, actually. Yeah, it's not quite nice what happens but you'll see if you haven't played this before. Right, so I'll see you in a few minutes.
You have any idea what's going on out there?
Welcome to the first proper chapter, the quarantine zone 20 years later. Yeah, so quite bad what happens in the prologue. But yeah, this is where you pick up the game, the story afterwards, obviously 20 years in the future. And there's not much to collect in this one. It's just a sort of intro of sorts to the gameplay, and I guess what you can expect, kind of. There's one conversation here, and not long after that the chapter ends. So this is going to be quite a short one because of that, but the next one will be a little bit longer, but the one after that will be quite a lot of encounters. Yeah, so the third video in, there'll be quite a lot of encounters in this one. So yeah, some of the videos will pick up, guys, and some of them will be quite short, sorry. So as for the test, it's normally L1 to run. Yeah, it's normally L1 to run, and if you press the options button, you've got a tab there. You can go into like bonuses, and you can check your statistics, where you can check your current progress and on a lot of the collectible trophies. You can check, there's little unlocks you can buy when you perform various actions throughout the game. You get sort of money to spend in the unlocks tab. Like this conversation, for example, this will give us $100. You don't actually see the notification, but yeah, that's the one. Bonuses, and if you come into statistics and conversations, just all the way down at the bottom. So if I come all the way down, it will say conversations 0, but once we begin this one, this will be 1, and we do need to do all conversations for a trophy. So you'll notice a conversation because you'll see a prompt in a second. There it is, right above his head. So yeah, have a talk to these lovely couple, these lovely people here, and if you go back into statistics afterwards, you'll see conversations. It now says 1, so you don't quite have to listen to the full dialogue. But once you got that and it's registered, so you may want to do this after every single collectible. Yeah, see, I've also got £100 in my wallet now, $100 to unlock some skins and whatnot. There's not really any cheats or anything like that you can unlock. Not like The Last of Us 2, which has all them accessibility options, which can make the game like simple, pretty much. But after getting that conversation, just head up to this checkpoint, South 5, and show me your little fake ID you've got. That's it. Hopefully they'll let you through. There you are, mate. And no, it doesn't say I'm 5 years old like my last ID. That was an admin error. I've got it sorted now. Don't worry. Holy shit. Yeah, after this, they'll close the gate to protect you. Always protect the inhabitants. Yeah, just turn around to do a U-turn by holding back on the analog stick and pressing X. Resident Evil style. And chase after Tess. Follow her into this building. Yeah, this chapter's very, very quick. Literally, it's going to be like 10 minutes long. Yeah, follow her in and just head on down this path. And you have to patch yourself up first. So put this plaster on your little cut. It's not even bleeding, but just agree. Yeah, press up on the D-pad and hold R2 to heal.
They're gonna close all the checkpoints.
The thing about grounded, you do not have your HUD, so unfortunately you can't quite see what your health is like. But a little trick to get around that is when you get onto a new chapter, you can actually go back to the title screen. You can actually load chapters you've already done from the title screen. And what you could do, you could go back to the title screen and load that chapter up, but on a lower difficulty, so your HUD is present, and that way you can see what your health is at that moment in time. You can also see your ammo and stuff. So although on grounded you don't have a HUD, there are little ways around it, and that's one. So yeah, if you do want to keep an eye on your health at times, just wait till you get to the end of the chapter, back out, and load it up on an easy difficulty, and then just reload your save afterwards. But just be very careful with when you're reloading earlier saves, because sometimes it will revert your progress. So just make sure you're always saving. Any point you want to mess around with saves, just make sure you always save your current progress, and make sure you always load that one back afterwards. Yeah, because the Last of Us games are a bit funny when it comes to loading up saves and tracking progress. Right, and once you've done this, you're going to help Tess move this shelf out of the way.
Joel, give me a hand with this.
That's it. Try not to. Oh, it's too late. I'm going to say, try not to let the bottle fall off.
I'll take it easy.
Yep, head in there, and you'll drop down a hole, and that's actually the end of the chapter, guys. So it doesn't give you a usual chapter transition. It's sort of like a natural progression onto the next chapter, but this is where the next chapter starts, guys. So I'm going to leave this video here. Thanks for watching. It's been quite a short one, but the next few will hopefully be a bit longer. Yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next chapter.